Good morning, everybody. I'm in the kitchen this morning. I'm preparing to go to work. That's why my hair's in rollers. Hot rollers. Does anybody still use hot rollers, or is it just me? But I find it a good way to kind of soften the fuzziness out of my hair, and it kind of holds a little curl. So I just, use a few of them. My clippies, they're broken and they don't hold my hair real well, so I had to find some little telly ties and stuff to hold my rollers in. But today, this morning, I am fixing the little recipe with the tomatoes that I told y'all about yesterday or the day before, and I didn't get around to doing it. But what it is brown butter tomatoes, and y'all may have had this before, and I just never heard of it, but I saw somebody on YouTube prepare this. Her name is Jess, or Jessica, from I think it's Roots and Refuge or something like that on Facebook. But she's a really good gardener and does all kinds of the gardening stuff, like mostly with vegetables, like vegetable gardening. But she knows a lot, and she's cooked a lot of things, and this is one of the things that she said was a must during tomato season. So since I have a few tomatoes, I tried it. I thought it was wonderful, so I'm going to do it today. But all you do is you get some butter. This is just unsalted butter, not margarine, but like real butter. Just a few pats of that. For me, I'm going to be the only one eating this, and so I just have three little pats of butter that I'm going to be browning, and all you do is brown it. That's all she did, just brown it. Just put it in a little, maybe I need to turn this light off. Well, that doesn't really show up any better either. But I kind of have the heat on low because I don't want it to burn. I just want the butter to brown. Butter is actually an emulsion with fats and liquids, and it's solidified. And when you melt it down, the water evaporates and leaves behind the fat and protein compounds from the milk, I guess. And anyway, the breaking down the protein somehow or another creates a rich flavor that is delicious. It's just a really deep, rich, if you're into, talking about your food and how it tastes. Anyway, it's really good is all I can tell you. And you just kind of stir it, kind of, keep it moving so it doesn't burn. And it may take a minute or two to kind of do this. But don't just leave it sitting because it'll burn. It'll burn quickly. And then you can't do nothing about it, and it might have kind of a scorched taste. But it's called brown butter because it literally turns a brown color. When it starts browning, I'll show you. I turned my overhead light off so this white bottom pan would kind of show up a little bit better. But you can see it turning the brown color. And they say you need to use a light bottom saucepan or skillet to brown the butter because you need to see it turning brown. If it were in a dark coated skillet, the bottom of it had a dark coating, you wouldn't be able to see the butter turning brown. Anyway, it's on its way, and it's just been in here, I don't know, probably not even a minute. It goes really fast. So constantly stir. Oh my gosh, and it smells good. It smells like a, smells like a nutty, like a hazelnut or something. I don't know all that much about cooking. I mean, I know what I like to eat. And I used to be so picky when I was a kid about what I was eating. Back in the day when I was a little girl, my mama is a good cook, has always been a good cook, and she would cook fried chicken, peas, cornbread, corn, fried okra, hamburger steak, fried, just butter beans, just all the good things. Fresh tomatoes, banana peppers, just everything wonderful like that. And I was a little girl, and she'd call us for supper. And we called the evening meal supper. And we would call the noontime meal dinner. And I don't know why. Everybody else in the country calls the noontime meal dinner. The noontime meal lunch and the evening meal dinner. Maybe that's a southern thing. I don't know. But anyway, she'd call us to come eat. And I'd get to the table and say, we're having this old country food again. Why can't we ever have any city food? Like hamburgers or pizza or a hot dog. Can you believe that? I was just a kid. Forgive me, Mama. I didn't have good sense or good taste, obviously, because how in the world could you beat fresh black-eyed peas and cornbread and mashed potatoes and fresh squash? I don't think you can. Okay, here we go. Looks like my butter. Can you see that? Anyway, it's browned. I don't want to cook it anymore. It might even be close to burning, but I'm going to go with it. And I have my tomatoes here. I already have it diced up. I just have one single tomato because it's just me. Listen to that. It kind of foams up on top of the tomatoes. And then you just get a little pinch of salt. Sprinkle it over the top. And then mixing it up a little bit. And then that brown butter with the tomato, fresh tomato. Oh my gosh. I can't explain it. I'm sure there are chefs who are good cooks who can tell you what's happening here with these flavors. All I can tell you is it's good. And y'all be doing yourselves a favor if y'all would try this. See, it didn't take any time at all. The hardest thing about it was peeling the tomato. And that wasn't hard at all. Golly. I'm just going to want to sit here and eat brown buttered tomatoes all day. Look, it's running all down my face. That means it's so good. Golly, well, if y'all get a chance with some fresh tomatoes, brown you some butter and make yourself this little treat. I think you'll love it. my chef friends, Robert Gillespie and Benji Perkins. Y'all tell us why this is so delicious. Other than you just can't beat a fresh tomato and some good real butter. I mean, this is so good it could be a dessert. Anyway, I gotta go take these rollers out of my head and get to work. But y'all have a good day. Let me know in the comments if y'all have ever had this before. And maybe share some other good tomato recipes. I might get in this kitchen and try to cook something else. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.